Hey everybody, Chris Jessar here, and I am with Cindy Branson. How's everybody doing today?
Fantastic, Chris. How are you?
I'm a little tired. I've been up very early in the morning. I kind of stopped doing that for a couple weeks, but I'm back at the 4 a.m. Wake up call. So I'm feeling a little bit this morning, but today is time we're just going to briefly get into Systeme.io. We've partnered with them, and we're working on just the basics, just kind of feel our way around the dashboard, what it means. Some of you guys may have been users on different platforms, so there's different terms, there's different their email stuff. They do have an internal email autoresponder, which is super cool. So it's all part of their package. So if you want to join Cindy Branson or my team, we've combined this to only one team. So you can click on the link. Cindy can make that scroll on the bottom there. Or you could go to affiliatefastpass.com and you can click right on there. It says Systeme.io. Or we also use Builderall. And we love Builderall, but we know there's some people who are using Systeme.io and asked us to if we can do some demos and have a team. So hopefully this team, what we're going to do, not hopefully, what we plan on with this team is to build our own type of mega team, bonuses, group training, all that kind of stuff. And, if somebody wants to join here, Cindy, do you know how to put the invite link in there for them?
The link. Yeah, I got it.
Yeah. I forgot. I'd like to use Zoom in the future, guys. This is our first training for Systeme.io, and I'm a beginner too, but we're going to walk all the way through it. But joining our team, we're going to be giving away all kinds of prizes, bonuses, courses, all kinds of different stuff. And plus, anybody who joins the team will also get extra bonuses as well. But that's coming up. We'll set up a nice portal. Give me probably by March 1st, we'll set up a really nice comprehensive team package. But any of my early birds that come in, then Cindy will probably do a little extra for them, right?
Yes, we will, Chris.
That's right. So Cindy will give you an extra bonus. No, we'll put something together for you. So very cool. So if you want to join us here, it's a little weird. This is our Wave platform. And like I was going to mention, I want to do the training on Zoom, but for some reason, Zoom won't let me stream into the Facebook group I don't know what's going on with that. So we'll see what that's about. It's a lot easier for me on Zoom than to navigate all this kind of stuff. I mean, this is a great system, don't get me wrong, but I think it's more for presentations than doing training. Anything else you want to add to this, Cindy Branson?
No, just thank everybody for coming in. We have Linwood coming in. Catherine's here, of course. We love everybody that joins us on our lives. And, of course, if you're on the replay, do a hashtag replay so we know you were here too, and always feel free to ask questions. But to continue the shout outs, we also have Mike Nelson, of course, here. I think I said Linwood Jones already, and a couple others watching on Facebook that haven't mentioned themselves yet.
That's right. So let's welcome everybody. So glad that you guys are here. Let me come back to the studio and I will share my screen. That's why I like Zoom. There's a lot less buttons to push with Zoom. So I'll do the sound just in case, and I will share, and then Cindy can share my screen.
All right, we're going. Yep.
Awesome. So if it's
hold on
easier,
a second, that didn't work. Hold on. It's just coming up as a little box for some reason.
Okay, here, I'll fix it. You hit custom down here. There was a custom box for some reason.
My bad. Was getting click happy. I didn't realize it when I was doing the comments,
No worries.
I guess.
No worries. So you can just go to Affiliate FastPass if you want. If you haven't joined our Systeme.io team yet, a lot of you guys that are watching now are already Builderall users, which is awesome. That question comes up. Oh, hey, are you guys leaving Builderall? Heck no. No, we just have a lot of people asking us because they want a little bit more than the builder plan that Builderall has. They kind of want an in-between plan. And I think, we looked at all this kind of stuff, and we think membership sites and e-learning courses, that type of thing, is super awesome to have. Systeme.io has that. And their membership site or course, whatever you want to call it, tool is super, super easy to use. It's so easy. But you could just join our team right here, or you could go to that link that is in the description, or that maybe is scrolling on the bottom at this point. But this is probably the easiest way to go in. All you got to do is put your email in. You can start a free account. That's the beauty of this. Free account forever, no credit card required. As you start growing, you can start moving up the ladder, and it's really not that bad. So you can see the free plan here is you're getting 2,000 contacts. That means your email list. So people who opt in to your opt-in forms or whatever your landing pages, you can have up to 2,000 on the free plan. Super cool. You can send unlimited emails. You can have 3 funnels, but you can only have one domain. Correct, Cindy?
Correct. One custom domain, and that is one domain. So that is one of the things you got to weigh, is if you use subdomains, each subdomain is also considered a custom domain in the Systeme.io platform. So if you're going to use one, if I had cindybranson.com and I wanted to do join.cindybranson.com, that would be 2 different domains. So I would need the next platform up, or the next tier up.
Yeah, correct. They consider subdomains a custom domain, which is fine. So you can get into the unlimited if you got like that serious, like you would. But I think most people would be good with the free, the startup, and the webinar plan. I think that's, you get into this, like me, I have, I don't know. I don't know what I have, probably 80 websites total. I think 36 or 40 some subdomains. So, I mean, yeah. And that's including like roughly 80 websites total. And so, yeah, I would definitely need this, because here I can have 50 websites. Now you can use their domain. That's cool too. But that's not a problem either. We're just talking about custom domains. So you could have 3 sales funnels on the free plan. I think it's great. I think it's great. I think it's really cool as just an extra option. Say you have the builder plan and you're a Builderall user and you want to get a free plan here, and you can do other stuff over here and play around with this. A little different, but it'll get the job done. That's for sure. So let's go in here.
And I mean, that what you're saying about the free plan there, Chris, with the 3 sales funnels, I mean, that works great, especially if you already have something like Link Wizard, that you can use Link Wizard to control the sales funnels as well.
Yeah.
To manage, I meant, not control.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, let's jump in. So I already have an account. I'm going to go into Cindy's account. And so here's the dashboard. So when you first come in, I don't have any live websites right now. So if I had websites and I'm collecting leads, this is what all your new leads, your sales, it's kind of a nice little setup, live updates on the right-hand side. And then you have your affiliate dashboard. You can see your statistics here, any money that has come in, things like that. All kinds of information down here, super cool. And your contacts, that would be the emails. So you can see I signed up doing a test on something, testing the tags. So this is where all your subscribers would come into. It's one of the things that we're not used to, because we have used other platforms, is everything is kind of in one spot. You know what I'm saying? It's like one dashboard. You're not flipping all over the place. It's all right on the same dashboard. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I mean, it makes it easier to navigate, I believe. I think, but I mean, to learn it, it makes it a lot easier too. So
Yeah,
yes, it is different than Builderall, which we and I think everybody here so far is accustomed to. But this system, for the value it has and how many tools it has, it is easier to navigate,
yeah,
especially
no
as a
doubt.
beginner.
Yeah, definitely, no doubt. So, like anything new, it's different and it's confusing because you've never seen it before. That's just the way it is. So that's where all your contacts are, and then all your tags that you've created. So you can see I just created one tags. Now, their tags, this is what confused me a little bit, is I'm used to lists. Their tags basically are their lists. So all your contacts come into one place. So if I had 1,000 people here, I would have 1,000 people here. I could sort them different ways, create filters and sort them. Um, there's a lot of different options I can do to sort them, but I mainly want to sort them through my tags. So I know, and that's one of the things we're going to teach. Probably that's a little bit more advanced. We'll get into that, but think of your email list is really your tag, if that makes sense. You follow me, Cindy?
I am, Chris. I am.
Okay,
Um, yeah, so it's a simplified learning curve again.
right. So there's a lot of things that you can do. They have an amazing workflow, things that you can do here, and I'll get down the road on that one where my free lead comes in. Chris here comes in, and he's get tagged with a free lead, but then he works and to a certain through the funnel, and then he purchases something. He's not a free lead anymore. He's a buyer. So you can go into workflow, these automations, and have the free lead tag taken off and a buyer tag put in, purchased ABC product, whatever it is. And then that'll trigger a different email sequence by the tag. So it's just a different process, but it's pretty cool. I think it's pretty cool once you get used to it. Then there's the next tab over is funnels. And that's where all your funnels are going to be. So you can see I've been kind of messing around a lot and got all kinds of stuff here. And I've been picking up, looking at other tutorials, and whenever you can, what you try to do is a lot of these people who do tutorials give away free funnels. So I grabbed some of those. This one I think this is Jonathan Montoya. So that's a cool funnel. I just got that this morning. So this is where all your funnels are housed. I do wish you could, let's see the filter on here. If you could, I would rather, I don't like the list. I think Cindy likes list. I like blocks. But I don't see anything. Oh, nope, that's create a funnel. Active, inactive. And then I guess you just
Yeah,
have
I
to
don't
search.
think you can like reformat it like, Google
No.
is famous for that, where you can see if you want big blocks, little blocks, if you want a list, if you want it, so many different ways. It looks like this is by name and then filter. I mean, it's list style and then filter it
Yeah.
accordingly.
So
That,
then,
it is something that obviously, just like every software, the more users they get and the more feedback they get, the more they're going to accommodate. And if you have enough people asking for things like that, I think that would be something that they might consider in the future. But right now, it functions perfectly fine.
yeah, absolutely. So then you got emails. They have, I don't know if you guys can see this here. So you got newsletters, campaigns. Campaigns are sequences. Newsletters are like one-off, like broadcasts. I'm going to send one email to these tags or subscribers with these tags on them. So it might be a little bit different there, but campaigns here in system is sequences. Real super easy to do that. We'll get into that. We're going to probably do more about this tomorrow. Blogs, if you want to create a blog, they have some beautiful templates. So
Yeah, Alvin made a comment specifically about the blog that he has been trying out System the past week here, And he thinks it also looks promising, especially creating the blog, that it was easy and fun for him to do. So thanks for letting us know, Alvin.
Yeah, there's a way to preview this, but I don't see why it's not coming up. Oh, there it is.
Yeah, the blue. Yeah.
So you can see, and you can change, just like any site, you can change everything, change the colors, the background. You can brand this to any type of thing that you want. There was one I really liked, just looking at earlier. Not this one. Oh, that's not too bad though. If you put some nice branding colors. But yeah, they got some pretty cool stuff in here. The templates are actually nice and clean. You can see here, I've already tested hooking up a domain. That's a little bit different, but it wasn't too hard. And now I'm working on connecting my professional email. So that'd be another thing. But here you can connect however many domains you're allowed to connect for your plan, or you could just use Affiliate FastPass is the username of this account. So that's what it would look like. So you can actually have your branding. If you didn't want to go buy a domain, you could actually use this. It's not that bad if you have your branding thing, affiliatefastpass.system.io. Okay, it's not so horrible, right?
No, it's not, Chris, because like you just said, I mean, as long as you put the name that you want to brand in there, instead of, Cindy Branson or Chris Chesar in this case, using the Affiliate FastPass. Just to get back to the comment real quick before I pass over it, Alvin is asking, when do you think you're going to start sharing the funnels that you collected within Affiliate FastPass?
I was supposed to get some in there today, but it's hopefully maybe later tonight, I'll get one or two in. And then during the course of the rest of this week through probably not Super Bowl Sunday. That's a big day for our family because we're Philadelphia Eagles fans. But yeah, they'll start coming in. I might just put a button in there for them temporarily and then send you guys over to a page, and then I'll just kind of lay them out there for you. But I'd like to recreate some of the stuff that we already have and get some of those funnels in for you as well for you guys to play around with. So let's plan on by tonight, I'll have at least 2 in there for you guys to pull over. All right. How's that? Sound fair?
Sounds very fair. Yeah, we're getting a lot of comments here, so this is great. Thank you guys for being here and letting us know how you're reacting to all this. Mike Nelson, campaign was used correctly as an email term is refreshing. We know that can be a confusing term to some people, so that's great. And that he likes the nomenclature for emails used in Systeme.io. I'm not sure I pronounced that word right. I got to check my vocabulary list for it, Mike. Sorry.
All right, let's move forward.
Okay.
And then we'll get to some comments in a minute. So let me run through this top part, and then we'll see if there's any. We'll go into one of the funnels and just kind of go through the editor a little bit, just to kind of get you where you're not that scared of it on this round. Next week we'll go over connecting different things like connecting your custom domain, getting your professional email connected. I haven't done that yet. A little bit confusing for me, but I think that's going to be an important thing down the road. So let's go back here. We looked at blogs. Now we're on automations. So you got rules, and you can hover over these little question marks and add automation rules to automate your business. For example, when a contact opts into a particular form, tag them with a certain tag and add them to an email campaign. Kind of like a workflow. It's pretty much almost the same thing. So that's kind of what the rules are. It's a workflow. You create it, and we'll just call it demo 2, save. And this is super cool. Just click on here, and it's just your straightforward. Oh, I can't move it. Hang on. Create your first trigger. What happens when someone opts in? So what happens? You have 3 choices. It's pretty semi-self-explanatory, but we can get into this another time. I don't want to go through this whole thing right now and get people, like if it's too much information. So subscribe to campaign would be your first one. They're subscribing to a campaign. You would obviously have to have a campaign set up. So that's kind of the thing. We'll go through that, but you can see all these different triggers. You could add, remove a tag, apply a tag. So that's kind of cool as they work through a funnel and they purchase, like I mentioned before, they purchase something. You can remove the previous tag and remove a previous tag and add another tag. You can enroll them in courses, subscribe to a campaign, unsubscribe, send a webhook, send an email, send email to a specific address. So you got a lot of options here to work on a workflow. This is the best way to do your emails. This is the best way. That's definitely, from what I'm seeing in the demonstrations that I've seen, that is definitely the way to go. Then you have this tab. This is your mega tab. So you got your products. If you want to sell something, your physical products, that looks like they call it old. So I'm thinking that's something they're phasing out. You can create all your coupons, your orders, your transactions, your subscriptions. If you have people on a recurring type of subscription for a course or something like that, or a membership, you can have their affiliate system is really good here too. So if you have a product and you want to give 50% for your affiliate army that are selling it for you, so you have a course for $100 and you're giving $50 out for other people to sell, you get all that automatically done for you. All your courses, course bundles, where all your students are, communities. This is new. Well, it's not new. It's something, I believe you can start your own group. I got to learn more about this, guys, so I'm going to skip over to communities right now, my affiliate program, but the courses are super cool. So let's just go to courses. And you can see I have some courses. I purchased these, and I'm going to be giving one of these away next week once I have them hooked up. But if we go to this course, oh, apparently this one's not set up. My bad. I know where it is. It's over here. It's in the funnels. So let me go to funnels and just show you that since I already clicked on it. So if I we'll go to this one here. And view funnel. You can see I didn't edit this or anything like this, but these are all white labeled to Affiliate FastPass. Now I can't, yeah, I got to think about that. I think I can't give this away as a template. I don't think, but I could give it away for you to watch. I think that's something we could do. So you can see their pages are super clean. You can edit this to, like, I would probably put my Affiliate FastPass colors in here, that kind of gold type of color. But we'll get more into that. Like I said, I know I can get to a point where I give too much information and it just gets way too confusing, and I don't want to do that today. So this is what happened when I first joined, is I didn't know where to go. Like Cindy's pictures up here, that's probably because they use Gravatar. So for the email that she signed up with originally, it's pulling her photo up. So there's nothing as far as I know, there's nothing much I can do there. You can see here what I did is I put a display name here of my branding. So if I signed up as Chris Chezar, so instead of Chris Chezar showing up, I can kind of put my business name in here. And a company name, I went with company. It doesn't matter which one you choose there. But you can see on the left-hand side, this is where all the stuff happens. So your account settings, what plan that you have. And this is actually kind of cool too. So you can see Cindy has the webinar plan right now, right? And it actually tells you where you're at. So if she had the free plan, I would imagine the free plan would show up, but it's telling her, okay, we have 2 contacts out of 10,000. It kind of gives you tells you where you're at. Like, okay, you're probably going to have to. Well, by the time I'm done with this in a week or two, she's going to have to upgrade to 97. Sorry, sorry, Cindy.
Okay, we're making money.
So this one, what is this one, Cindy? I can't. What's the column on this one? Sales funnels.
Oh, hold on. Let me go
Go to
to it.
plans. It says contact sales funnels and sales funnels ST. I can't think of what that is right now. It says 50. So we're doing a lot of those. Whatever that is, we have 56 of them. So I better tone it down.
Sorry, Chris. I gotta log into it. I didn't have it open.
Oh no, just go to the pricing plan from our affiliate link. I can do it. Don't worry. I got it. Sales funnel steps. There it is. Sales funnel steps. So the free one, you get 15, but I bought the white label courses. There was 8 courses. So that's probably what's jamming all that up. So if you don't buy, you're not going to get offered the white label courses if you just get the free account. It's only when you purchase.
Basically the steps are the upsells and the downsells and things like that you're going to have going through your funnels.
Yeah. So we got 56 of those going, but that's because I bought the white label course plan. But I thought this is really cool. It kind of gives you a status of where you are. So if you have to tone it down a bit because you can't afford the next plan, maybe it's time to deactivate something or delete something off the plan. So that's kind of where I was going with that.
Yeah, I mean, that's one of the things I find with Builderall when it's just helping you manage what you're using, what is being successful for you. I mean, if I built something a year ago and then I kind of let it go because it wasn't successful, there's things in there that I could definitely go back and unpublish. I just haven't because I don't have to.
Yeah, well, I mean, it doesn't matter if it's Builderall, Kartra, ClickFunnels.
Yeah,
It doesn't really
exactly.
matter. They're all the same.
Yeah.
I just like this layout right up front. This is when you got to pay the next time. So it's, it gives you a lot of nice information, and that's on your plan. Your payment gateways, they have a few. I do wish they had a little bit more on here, but right now they have the main ones for the USA, Stripe and PayPal. I imagine, I don't know if Europe has Stripe, and PayPal's always risky because they can be very finicky, especially if you're selling digital courses and stuff. PayPal can get really weird. So you gotta be careful with that. I never heard of this one. Mercado, Razorpay I've heard of, Flutterwave, never heard of that. And I've heard of Molly. I think Molly might be more of a European thing, if I remember correctly. But you can see I've connected Stripe easily. I could connect PayPal easily. I would just have to do all this in here and then hit save, or they have articles on how to set things up right in here. The suggestion is that you sign up for, especially in the USA, I can't speak for other countries, but you want to sign up for both of these, because then what happens is it automatically, when you do a checkout form, it'll automatically have pay with a credit card or pay with PayPal. It'll give you the two options, where if you don't connect PayPal, it'll just give this one option on the checkout. And that's another cool thing. It automatically integrates right away. So if I set these up now and I sell a product later, it'll go on my checkout form, and I don't have to worry about it. It's just automatically popping in. So that's kind of cool too. What else can we talk about? Oh, settings. So manage my subscriptions, mailing settings. That's where it gets a little, we got to go over this here. Right now my domain is, they're authenticating my domain, affiliatefastpass.net instead of .com on here, just to test it out. And then they want me to do the sender email. And I was never good at this email stuff. So I have to go over, I didn't like the tutorial on here for it. So I need to find a better tutorial on how to do this where it's easier, where I can explain it to everybody else. But I didn't want to start it yet until I could film it and film the process, at least have it documented. so I don't have to worry about it, because I have a feeling this is going to be probably the main stumbling block. So you know what a sender email is. It's an email address displayed in the email header when sending marketing emails like your email sequences or campaigns. And if you've authenticated your domain, it provides a trackable identifier that shows your recipient's internet service provider, you're a legitimate sender, and it helps your email arrive in the inbox. So this is probably going to be one of the most important, but because you're doing it outside, this is the only thing I can see that you're really doing on the outside of a system is getting that. So it kind of originates from where you bought from your register, where you bought your domain from. So you have to go in there into the advanced DNS, and you got to go through the process. Like I said, connecting the domain, the custom domain was pretty easy. The instructions were really good. Course settings, you have all this. You can have your teacher's photo, store student sessions. You can go through all this kind of stuff. We'll go into lessons over all this. I don't, like I said, I don't want to jump all into this. Your tracking codes, affiliate program settings, if you were going to sell something, connects to Wise. I think it connects to Wise or PayPal, one or the other. Your custom domains, what you have connected. So they give you one. I don't think that one counts against, maybe it does. I'll have to check that.
I don't believe it does, Chris, as a custom domain.
Workspace members, looks like I can invite an assistance in. So if you have one of VA, it looks like I can do that. See what that looks like. Just send an email. The contact will receive an invitation email to join your workspace as an assistant. They must accept the invitation in order to be granted access. I would probably test that with myself. I'm just logging in as Cindy on her account. So I'll probably just test that with one of my emails and then see what that looks like and see what I have access to. So I don't want to give somebody, you got to be careful with a VA. You don't want them to have access to too much, sometimes. So that's that. So let's look at my plan. And it's saying that we have 1 of 10. So that one domain, the Systeme.io subdomain that they automatically give you doesn't count against your plan. So that's cool. You were right, Cindy.
Right. Yeah, it's only those that you integrate.
So once we go into funnels, we want to build a website or a sales funnel opt-in form. We just click on funnels. All we got to do is create new. And then it's going to ask you a couple questions. So what's the name of the funnel? We'll just call it Play 2, like playground. And what domain do you want to connect it with? I'm just going to click the subdomain for Systeme.io where it's not a real domain. Well, it is a real domain. Don't get me wrong. It's just not a professional domain. And then you have these options here. So do you want to build an audience? That means collect email address and build your email list. You want to sell a product or a service, build a custom domain from scratch. You can do that. That's what I'll probably eventually start doing. And then, of course, run an evergreen webinar. Most people starting out are probably going to just build, unless you're building a store, you're going to build an audience. You want an opt-in form, squeeze pages, that type of stuff. Then you want your currency. Even though we're not selling anything here, we might want to just click on here. You can hit the down arrow. I just type in U, and we should get US dollar right here. I just pop that and would hit save. Let's click build an audience. Now, these different categories have different templates. And I'll show you that in a moment. So let's go into build an audience. Hit save. And you can see it's right here. Let's see what we have over here. We have 3 dots here. So we have view, we have duplicate, we have share. That means I could share it with you guys. Our settings, and deactivate. So let's just click on the name itself. And what's really super cool about this, they've already set up a little mini funnel with you. You got your squeeze page and your thank you page. So though they actually can template or will template this whole thing. You can delete these if you want. You can add new steps, and you can do steps that don't. These are automatically connected is the point. And that's the cool part about this too. There's a lot of stuff that's kind of done for you. When you first start out, you're going to you could pick a template, or you can scroll all the way down. I wish this was on top. And you could pick blank. But they got some pretty good templates, and that's what I would recommend starting out. And the simpler, the better when it comes to opt-in forms. Like, you can preview these templates. And like I said, you can change the background image. But this is kind of what we deal with in our business, right, Cindy?
Correct, Chris. Yes.
You know, something this simple. There's other ones too. You know, this one's just a little bit.
You know, looking at the affiliate marketers, without a doubt, that is our number one go-to, is that bridge page, the landing page, the opt-in page. They're the three most things that we built.
Yeah, I like this one too. And you can change all this. You can round corners and fix buttons, change all the colors. But, you know, anytime you do bridge pages, squeeze pages, you want the less clutter. Like on these pictures on the side, you don't really want that, because it's taken away from what's your message right here. That's your key. You don't want anybody to be distracted from this headline. That's the biggest thing you got going for you. That's your hook right there. And when you take away from people focusing on your hook, you're going to lose conversions there. So, but like I said, you can start from scratch. I'm just going to select this one here. And now you can see we've done that. We can name our squeeze page. We'll call it play to opt-in, we'll call it, just for fun, so we know what it is. They say what you should always do if you're going to use anything here, if you haven't connected it to the domain at this point, and you're going to use this Systeme domain, you might want to just change these numbers out and maybe name it something play dash opt-in, or you could call it home, whatever you want it to call it. Let's just go take a look at this by clicking the eyeball, and you can see that's pretty much what we got. It looks like there's the pictures missing from this, right?
Does, Chris?
Yeah, right. Wasn't there a picture for this? That's okay.
Yeah, it was like a computer background.
So you have save funnel step. You always, save as your best friend. That's what I did. I clicked the eyeball to view it. And then here's your edit. And here, you can change your page template. My bad. I was looking for this morning. So you can go here, say you didn't like that template. Let's do that. Let's change our template. Confirm. That's cool. I was looking all over for this. I was like, why wouldn't they do that? So I really thought that one had a picture behind it. Let's pick this one. And it looks like they want us to rename it again. Play.
So something I haven't done yet, Chris, and I'm wondering is if we start building that out and customizing one template with different headlines and subtitles and things, and then you switch the template, does it pull in the copy that you changed?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I mean, we could test it, but I mean, not today.
Yeah, I'd like to test. I'll test that later.
So let's take a look at this one. Or maybe we should try going to the view funnel and see if that button's different. So this one has the picture. Let's check out the eyeball if it's similar. Yep, same thing. So maybe that one was just, maybe I picked something different and I wasn't paying attention. Pretty straightforward stuff, guys. So then I just hit this it's like a little magic wand to edit this page. And that's where it gets kind of weird. So
let me switch this again. Hold on.
Let me go to, let me give you understand how this actually works. give you a little lesson. Tell me if you can see this photograph.
I can. We can.
So basically, there's 3 different types of pieces to your Systeme.io canvas. Your section is your base. That's your canvas. So you like a panel. For other platforms, they call it a panel. That's your section. Inside your section, and I think this is probably, I haven't used WordPress in a long time, but it's probably similar to WordPress in a lot of ways. So you have your panel or your section. Then on top of that, you put your rows, and then inside, and I consider rows like boxes or file folders. And then in your rows, you put your elements. That would be your text element or a picture or your buttons or your contact form. Those would be elements, or your timers. Does that make sense?
It does, Chris.
Okay. Let's come out of there. All right, so we're in here. Now, one of the weird things that I've had to deal with was this may not look right. If we look at this website, how do I preview this?
Yeah.
It looks a lot different. It's like it looks a little bigger, but because of the editor, it can start squashing up your text, the editor. So what you can do too to get a better view of it is close your little editor there, and then you can get more of a visual of what it would really look like. The weird thing is their editing panel, when it pushes over and you have a lot of text going on or several rows, it can make everything look kind of condensed, and you're not getting a true representation of what you're building. So you really do have to go to preview and make sure everything is cool. Just wanted to clear that up.
Can I ask a question?
Sure
you
can.
Might be getting to it, and I don't know yet, but what about the mobile version?
Yeah, mobile version, you have your desktop. It's defaulted to on the very bottom. And then you have your mobile version here.
Okay, so yeah, so our ticker is hiding that part. So yeah, that's a nice little preview. Okay.
Very bottom. And then like here, like, so you can see here, if I click in these, what is it, like an aerial shot of these trees, it says section up in the top left-hand corner. So that's your panel. That's your top panel. This is one row. And then in here, your orange tabs, and I like that, they color them. And the other platforms do something similar to this too, is they have different colors. If you ever use ClickFunnels, it's very similar to ClickFunnels. Their original builder. I'm not sure about ClickFunnels 2.0. So there you have it. That's how easy this is. So if we wanted to add text underneath here, we just go into our settings. Just click on your section or your panel, and you can bring in headline text. You could bring in text. Let me just drag in some text. And where you drag it, you're going to see like a blue line. It might be hard to see on the screen, but that's kind of where it's going to drop. If you drop it in the wrong place, don't worry. You can always just move it where it needs to go. So that's kind of cool too.
Yeah, that's very WordPress-like. You're used to WordPress, it does that.
Then, obviously we don't want that. We can delete that, but that's how easy it is. I do want to show you in settings. If you just click on settings again, and you can go to font type, you can change, like globally change your font. So we can go to font type here, and we can type in, I think it's RU. Nope. Let's go with Google Fonts. Yeah, I thought it was there it is. So you can change that to your font type. That's default typography. And then you can go down here and change your heading typography as well. And you can change that as well. So it should be same font as the page, Rubik. So you can change all that in there. So it doesn't seem like it's changing our headline now. So let me, yeah, it's doing this. So why is that not changing my whole font here? So let me make sure. Heading typography. Let's go to Google Fonts. Let's go to, should be able to type in R, yeah, Rubik. And let's just say semi-bold. I'm not seeing it change. Interesting. Okay. I gotta figure that out. Let me see if I can change it here though. Yeah, I can. So it's down here, but I should be able to do this globally. I must be messing something up. So I can go to Rubik, and now it's changing. And then if I wanted to change that to a semi-bold or something like that, I could do that. Same thing. You can change all this stuff or bring in what you want it to bring in. Super easy. So one of the things that you're going to see is, let me just fix these. Oops. Autopilot. There you go. One of the things that you're going to want to do is, like, if I wanted this, I didn't like the way this was lined up, I could get into my line height here. There, you have a lot of flexibility, squashing things up. I mean, you do have some flexibility here to do what you want to do. Letter spacing, which I really like. If you wanted to have something.
I really like that preview panel, Chris, when you're working with the text so that you can immediately see it. You don't have to have it highlighted, you know, and things like that we've run into, you know, just efficiency issues when you're designing. So this is nice. I really like how you're working with the text on this.
Yeah, and you can do like a background kind of highlight kind of box around your stuff to draw attention to it if you wanted to. But this is where all the padding comes in, padding and margins. And that's kind of where everything kind of starts coming together, where you can make things go left or right, up and down. And then margin is different than padding. Padding is, I believe, is inside this row, and margin is left to right. But let's just see what happens here. Let's click on our row. And see, blocks. Nope. All right, I got to click on my text. So I go to my text, and let's go to margin. So if I go to my left and right, you can't see this, but there's a little blue bar. If I'm in this space here, you can see there's a blue bar. It's lighting up this box. It's on the top. So the first one is top. The second section is the right. So you can see I can push it over this way to the right-hand side or to the left, that type of thing. This one, the third one in, is the bottom. So I can squeeze it closer to the bottom inside the box. And then this is the left-hand side. So you can kind of make things the way you want to make them inside the row with the margin. Let's just take a look at padding on this. Same thing. So you can see I'm kind of...
Now you're inside the element. You're inside the box.
Correct. Let's put that back to 0.
So margin is working around the space and how it's centered to the box it's in, the white background.
Yep.
And padding is within the element itself.
Correct. So you can see, you can kind of play around with all this stuff if you really want to fine tune some stuff. Obviously, left, justify, center, and right. So you can, real simple stuff.
Yeah, so everything defaults to being centered already, and then you can decide if you want to off-center it based on a photo or anything like that.
Yep. Another cool thing is you can delay before displaying item. So you can put if you have a special sale or something like that, or maybe you had a video up here and you didn't want this part to show. So if we put a video, we create another section. Let's actually do that. I'll show you exactly what I mean. You can make stuff pop in, or say we, make the button pop in a little bit late. You could do things like that where the form is coming in on a delay and type of stuff like that. So a delay for this item is, say, 3 seconds. Good. Let's just hit save. Let's go and take a look at this page. Boom. It looks like I put a delay on this part too. So you could see there was a delay. So you could really mess around with that in a really cool way. Let's add another. I really want to try taking this picture out of the section. And there is a way to do that. It's always funny. You have this all down. Well, let me go back to settings here before I take the picture out. If you go to settings, you do your fonts and everything like that. If you go down here, here's all your SEO information. So you know how you have on your tab, like video details for YouTube Studio, Systeme.io, Affiliate FastPass. That's where these things go in. So your title would be play. I don't want to take care of this. Put your nice description in, put your keywords in. So this could be work, comma, space, play, comma, space. That's how you put your keywords in. Author doesn't really matter. You could just we could just put play too. It could be your author. Your social image, that's the image, that the social share image. So you can just grab that. So you could look at your own files, or you can upload your own from your desktop. That's simple. Sometimes, Cindy, I kind of feel like it's kind of to a point where it's pretty simple, but sometimes simple makes it hard.
Yeah, again, I understand that statement.
Yeah. So that's kind of where my head's at. You just got to kind of click around and play around with their templates before you start doing anything from scratch. But you can really get an idea of what's going on. Here, if you want to do your Facebook events, I'm going to message them to see if they can do a Google Tag Manager in here. I'd like to see that. I mean, I guess they can with script and stuff like that, but it would be nice just to be able to pop in your Google Tag Manager and pop it right in here. That'd be super cool. Maybe you can in a different way. All right.
I definitely like how they are doing the desktop versus mobile version with the elements, and you don't have to go back to an entire another page of your mobile version to say, I don't want this particular element. It's within the element itself that you can click off. Don't show this on mobile. That simplicity I love right there.
Yeah. You can make all those choices. You do have you can customize it in a lot of ways. If you're building a full-blown website, which they have great templates for full-blown websites too, you got to definitely
they do.
Look through them. But I got to be honest with you, I don't remember how to change this picture. Sorry about that, guys.
Click back into that section.
Maybe I got it. I don't know what I just did.
No, click back into that section.
No, I'm not leaving this section.
Okay.
So I'm on the section.
Oh, there you go. Sorry.
So I'm on the section, and then I can go down here to background image. I don't know what I was clicking on. That's very interesting. So I'm going to go to upload, and I just want to see this picture I made.
No, actually, Chris, I'm going back to Facebook to be able to see your screen better, because in our Wave back office here, the screen that you're sharing to me is so much smaller. And that is one thing I wish that there was a little bit more contrast between the text, but that's fine. I'm not going to complain about that.
So that was how, for some reason, I was clicking up here. If I clicked up here, it's not giving me the editor for here. I had to click in the middle.
No. Hold on. Go back up and click where the green section came up. Because if you looked over to the far right, yeah, you see your gear shift, your duplicate, your save, and your delete button over there. That's also in a green. There you go.
Oh, okay. So the gear all the way over here is like my pencil button.
Yeah.
Gotcha. I don't like that. So what I just did to make it happen by accident was I clicked in the middle here, in the middle of the section, and it brought up the editing panel for the section. So that's kind of cool. And then if you put an image back there, you can do the default, you can do repeat, you can do fix center, you can do, it's kind of hard to see with this, so let's bring a different picture in. Let's bring in this one here so you can kind of get a better idea of what the default looks like. It kind of goes jumbo on you. We could take a look at that. Well, that looks horrible. We can do 100% full width. So you can get an idea, and then you can do padding and stuff like that to push things down or add another section or things like that. So play around with this, kind of get a good feel. You can see your left and right padding, top, bottom. It's not really letting us grow on the bottom here. And like Cindy was mentioning, item visible on desktop or mobile. You can have sticky headers. So that's kind of super cool too, is having the sticky headers, because you all know, if you ever watch my videos, I love my sticky header. That's my call to action that stays there and follows them no matter where they scroll on my screen. So you got to love that sticky header. Let's go to settings. Let's add a section. So that's like a panel. So I come down here, section, drag it up. There's a blue line on the very top. Drop it. And when you bring in a section, it automatically brings in a row with it. So that's something to remember. So you can always just delete that row. Just click on it. It gets a little, you got to get used to it. And now the row's gone. You just have a blank section. So let's click on this section. Let's edit this background color so we can differentiate it. We'll just make it black for now. And now you colored a section or a panel. Go back to settings if you want. Maybe. Am I still here?
You are. It's just getting a little slow.
All right, so I got to click on that section again, and now maybe I could pull in some headline text, and then I can drop it right in here. Or if I wanted to put a row in, maybe I should have done that first. So actually, it brings in a row. That's right. If you bring in an element, it brings in a row with it. So now we just got to find the text, and we just got to color that text. We got to change the color of the text. How do I do that? I don't think that's it. You see where the color is? We got text background color, but where's the color of the actual text?
Yeah, I don't see it.
So this is the more the background color to stand out. So you could do it that way for now. All right, so we need to learn how to do the color of the text, which is, it's not in your face. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Let's see this text here. Poppins fonts. That's interesting. It's right here, I think. Yeah. So let's just color this blue. Yeah, it changed it. So it is there. So why didn't that change to white? I thought I changed the opacity's all the way down. I really thought I had the opacity up.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, I saw the checker box and I didn't see you do. Okay.
Yeah, that was bizarre. So I thought I moved it, but I guess I didn't grab it. So you can see where it could get a little confusing there. So you're changing your text color is the box here on your text. So let's just make this, we'll make this a different color and see how that works. So there, you got that. You can do that kind of stuff. If you wanted to bold these, you can do that too as well. Underline, whatever you wanted to do there.
And obviously you saw the H1 to H6, so you have your different header options as well, which we know is important to be using header identifiers for Google.
Yep. So you can see I just tried to move that because that's what I'm used to doing. So I can just delete. I created a new row. So the only way for me to start really messing around with this is, taking this section and then moving stuff up and down, that type of stuff. So you got to start working on your padding and things like that at that point. So, but yeah, you can put together, I mean, I really do think this is an easy thing to use once you kind of get used to just drag and drop section stuff. So let's see if I can drop this down here. And now we have a new section. I'll color this section a color. We'll color this one red just so we can see the difference. And I really do think this is acting super slow right now because I'm grabbing stuff and it's not moving. But you get the idea there. One of the things with the forms, it's kind of interesting. If you delete these, there's no like form that you can bring in. So if you want to create your own form, you basically just have to drop in elements to bring in the form. So like an input form and things like that. Let's see what that does. Whoops. So you see I dropped it in the wrong place. There we go. And then drag another one in, drop it. And then what we got to do is edit that form. What is this one going to be? So there's no real form you can bring in. You kind of have to build your own form each time. And then I need to select the type of the first one. So that's going to be my first name. And then I can change the placeholder. Enter your first name. Get the idea there. And then you can put an icon in there. You can round the corners. You can put a shadow on it. Change the color in there. Any type of borders, that kind of stuff. And then on this one, we obviously want the email on this one. So sometimes you got to click it twice. So what's the input type for this one? This one's going to be email. And then normally I put enter your best email. So that's kind of what I would want to do. And then we need to drop in a button. Did it again. There we go. And you can see things start expanding on their own, which is kind of nice. And then you can edit this button any way you want. The action, what happens with this button? What's going to happen? So when they enter this button, where's it going to go? Is it going to show a pop-up? Is it going to a send form? That means send it to a campaign, open a URL, next step, which is the steps that you have lined up, or download a file. So in this case, we want to collect an email, send a form. Do you want to redirect users after contact registration? You can send them to a custom URL. You can send them to the next step that's set up in your funnel, or no direction at all, which is kind of senseless. I don't even know why that's there. Do you want to enable double opt-in on this form? So you have those options as well. And then you could change the button width, fill width. I believe you can round corners, move it up and down, give it some breathing room, that type of stuff. Left and right, you can make it a little bit smaller if you want it to. Just even these up and it'll be right in the middle there. So I think you can type it right in, 75 to match it up. Your typography here. Let's just put get your free ebook, something like that. And you can change your font, which is already picking up on that. You can have your subtext here. We can just delete that. That takes that away if you didn't want that. You can have your icon before or after the text. So they got a bunch of icons. So let's look for an arrow. I have to scroll down a little bit here. After text, arrow, and then it kind of just pops up. I usually like using something like that. And then basically, you got to work with the padding to make it all work out the right way. There you go. So you can kind of see it goes there and it's good to go. And of course you want to check your mobile and things like that. You can take that. There's a weird border on here. You should be able to take all of that out. There's no shadow on it. So here's a border. You can just pick none, dash, dot it, usual stuff, guys. I'll take that out. And it says there's no shadow. I think that was just a border. Yeah, it was just a border. I don't think they have animations that I'm aware of on the buttons. I'm not really sure. So if you really think about this, they put their first name, they put their email, where are they going? It's this, you instructed this button to tell them to go to the next step. Let's save the changes. And guys, don't forget, this is a very elementary, just get our feet wet. That's it. We're going to get really into this as I learn the system a lot better. We can put something together. We can put funnels together in a half an hour once we get going. But I just kind of wanted to give you guys a little taste of, it's new. So it's a little confusing, especially when you've been using another system every single day for the last 4 years. It gets a little confusing. So we save that, right? Let's just make sure it looks good. We'll take a look at the
Here's
eyeball.
something I noticed, Chris, that a lot of people will like. There's an undo button.
Yeah. Yeah, there is an undo button. So you can see there's our ridiculous looking funnel that makes absolutely no sense whatsoever, but you kind of get the idea. And I don't like this spacing, so we would have to fix the spacing and things like that. So, but, I'm not a template type of person. Templates to me, I do more fixing than I do building. So it's up to you. I think for simple bridge pages, or I think a template might be good if you just want to, do a quick opt-in form. You can build something out in 15 minutes and have it done. It's done. I mean, just pop your ebook cover in there, maybe change some branding colors, and you're done. That's how simple this is. Let me just go back to exit.
And there are pop-ups as well, if you didn't notice that.
Yeah, you can do all that kind of stuff. So we have them being sent to the thank you page. So let's go to the thank you page here. And then we need to pick our template for that. And just a simple thank you. Kind of just preview these, look at them. This one looks pretty good. We'll select this one. Done. Don't forget to, thank you download page. You might want to just change this URL to, you got to use dashes. Thank you. Hit save. And then hit edit your button. And then, of course, you don't want any of this. You don't want this row. You don't want this element here. Delete it. Let's get rid of that row. We don't need it. Boom. And you can do whatever you need to do here. And you can have your download connected right to here. So that's another super cool thing. Here's a way to get your download. All you got to do is we can just copy. No, we can just do this. Hold on. Bring in some text. And this is a way to fake it. So just grab some of this text here, get your link. So hit your link and then hit this down arrow thing. Select your PDF file. And I don't want to give you my bills. Let's try this one. I'm not sure how big of the files you can bring in here. It doesn't say, but then I just select my file, insert.
Well, wouldn't that be the unlimited category for your media that they advertise? Even on your free account, you get unlimited.
Yep. So now I can Control A, Control C, copy that link. Now I can put that link on my button. So let's give this a shot. So I got to click it again. What's the URL? I just drop it in here. And there's my PDF that's stored or my ebook that's stored. And you could send them to another step, download file. So if you did download file, it's the same thing. You could do this right here as well. Your files. That was a different little cheat that you could do too, but it looks like they fixed this. So you can actually have the download file right on the button itself.
Can you actually in your media upload a video file as opposed to a PDF or an image?
Correct.
It'll give you a list of the file types, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I believe you can.
It's basically video hosting as well.
I believe so, but I don't know how vast it is or how good it is, to be honest. I got to test that one. So we should be pretty good. Let's hit save. I guess it's saving. One of the other things too, you could take off this powered by Systeme.io. You have to do that on every page. I don't think there's a global button for that. That's my understanding of it. So you would have to kind of go in there and find that. It's on that particular page itself. So you can find that. And I'll show you guys how to do that next week. It's not really necessary. That's your affiliate link anyway. So who cares? I'll take it. Why not? So let's go into, we saved it. We'll exit. And that's pretty much it. So now we just go to automation rules right here, add rule and funnel step from, okay, hold on. Let's go to the right page. Opt-in form, automation rules, add rule, funnel step from subscribed. Boom. Add action. Subscribe to campaign. And then I have to choose a campaign. I don't have a campaign set up. So that's where you would go into your emails and pick a campaign. So we could just make a fake campaign real quick, and I'll show you that, and we'll be done for today. I know it's a lot. I know it's confusing. And we'll just call it the same thing as my funnel.
It's not that confusing, Chris, in my opinion. It's just new. And anytime it's like anything, the first time you Googled something, the first time you used Facebook, you have that feeling of, I got to get, the more repetition you do and the more you build, everything's going to become second nature to you.
Right. So I named my campaign. There's no emails. So if I come into Play 2, I have to click on it. So if I add email to the campaign, who's the sender? Sender email address. That's the thing we got to work on to get that done. And then the subject line. Welcome. They say not to use the visual editor. Too much junk going on here. Just use the classic editor. And then subject line, create, and boom, you got a nice, simple email. So we can go down here and just put below. We can, looks like they have a new editor.
Yep.
Copy. Boom. First name, obviously that's a tag. Pin that, pin that comma right up against it. And then thank you for subscribing. And that's it. Do your plain text email. It's the best way. Let's take a look at this new editor. Oh. Yeah, it's just using templates. I don't want to do that. I guess this is the best way right now. And if you want to hyperlink, you can do that. Hyperlink, click here to get your download and repeat the process. But for now, I think we're pretty good. Save and publish. When do you want that? 0 minutes. I want this one to go out first. Publish. All right, so we have an email welcome for this particular sequence called Play 2 Opt-in. So let's test it. Let's see if this actually works. So I got to go to my funnels. Got to go to we still have a timer on those two things. My bad. There it goes. Sorry about that. So let's test it out. Chris, Gmail, get your free ebook. Thank you for subscribing. Pretend this says thank you for, getting the free ebook. There's our download for the ebook. Super cool. Like it works. Like
yeah.
It actually works. Maybe I don't really know what I did, but it works.
No, I like it. I like it a lot.
So let's go to email. And that should pop in from Cindy's account, but it could take a couple minutes to pop in. I think that's all I want to talk about today. We're kind of running over again. So let's drop it for today and stop sharing my screen if you can, Cindy Branson. That'd be awesome.
Sure can, Chris. There you go. That's a great start. It was a great beginner. First time looking at it and seeing what's there, the dashboard, the different menus and etc. And to get your first site up and seeing how simple it is. And they really do have a nice selection of full sales page templates. So if that's what you're looking for, if you're a small business and you're looking to do something on that side, they have a ton of templates to get you started there too.
Yeah, absolutely. And as I get more into this, the hours in, and that's what forces me. That's why I want to do the templates for you guys, because that'll force me to keep using it. And that's what you need to do with any system, no matter what platform it is. If you're, like we just talked about this the other day, I don't remember which meeting. If you're not in something almost every day, just go in there for 15, 20 minutes, a half hour, kind of play around and just say, hey, let me check out this website. Let me just build something fake or take a look at a template. That's important to do at least 5 days a week, because if you build something out and then you don't touch it for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks from now, it's like starting over all over again. So try to keep going in there while you're drinking, get a cup of coffee or tea or a beer or a glass of wine and just kind of go in there and mess around each day. And it just, that visual type of acuity will kind of kick in and you'll know where to go. You'll know what to do. Like I got lost, how to change the background picture. I've done it like probably 8 times this morning and I forgot where I was clicking. So, but you could see just little troubleshooting like that. But it doesn't take you far to kind of get off track, but it doesn't take you long to get right back on track either if you just start clicking around. There's not a whole lot to it. It's a simple, intuitive system that works. That's it. I mean, it works. And for a free account, that's amazing. And the $27 account I think is great. I think you get 3 custom domains. So you can really do something. You can have a whole system. You could have your blog set up on a separate domain, have a course and have your main website for $27. Are you kidding me? That's insane. And an email autoresponder.
Yeah.
That's nuts. So
yep. And it's flush with a lot of features, and people are going to, I think, come in here and see that this is really a great beginner or intermediate marketing tool. It's still called an all-in-one platform because it has so many things that you need to run a small business or get started in affiliate marketing. We believe in this, and I think it's a great platform. So I welcome the tiered bracket pricing that they have too.
Yeah, the pricing is excellent. Did we get all? I know there's a lot of comments here. There's 34 comments. So did we get everybody? Or?
Yeah, I think we pretty much got everybody throughout. Most of it was in the beginning, Chris, and then my responses. So
what we'll do is we'll start building templates for you guys inside Affiliate FastPass for Systeme.io. I'll try to get 2 up today. Today is February 8th, 2023. So I'll get 2. They're going to be simple when I first start out, okay? They'll be simple ones, and then you'll have those. But you remember, if you have a free account, I think you can only bring 3 templates in. So then you would have to get rid of one. You pick the ones you want. With the free account, you can only bring 3 funnels in. So just so you know that. And I guess that's their way of saying, hey, you got to upgrade now. You want to bring a 4th one in, you got to pay money. So I have my own account too. What do I pay? I paid the $27 one, right? I think, Cindy.
Mm-hmm. You got the one, the one with the 3. Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll probably, because of the templates that we'll be building, we're definitely going to hit over the 50 plus all the courses. Now, remember, guys, come into the Facebook group, the Systeme.io Facebook group, or even the Affiliate FastPass Facebook group. So what's our Facebook group called?
System Team Affiliate FastPass.
Oh my goodness. Who came up with that long name?
I would think his initials were CC.
That's probably me. Yeah. So do we have a link for that here? Can you drop it in here for these guys?
I can, Chris Cesar. I can.
Join that group. That'd be good, because there'll be a lot of different stuff in there. We'll go into the guide section. We'll have stuff for our team and review videos and lesson videos, and I'll post stuff in there to get you guys started to where you need to go. Do my best to get email swipes and stuff like that for you as well, which you have email swipes inside Affiliate FastPass anyway. So I think what we need to do is, I think Affiliate FastPass is pretty good the way it is getting in. So you could go to Builderall, log into your Builderall account there, or go to Systeme.io, log into your Systeme.io account there. So we have that. Where can we get the funnel you showed earlier? Make $100 on your email list. That is I purchased that. I'm not sure if I can give that away. I got to find out. I don't know if I can give it away.
That was part of the 8 courses that we purchased that came with all the sales pages and everything that you needed to promote them. So I'm not sure if that's something that, I can't answer that as a definite.
Yeah, we'll answer that next week or inside the group. But somebody, I will randomly have winners. We'll do something like that where somebody will win one of those courses where you just get it for free. I can do that where you can watch take the course, but possibly I don't know if I can transfer the course. I have to look at the rules on that one. So let me find out. It's a great question. I like that. I like it. Somebody wants something to go out and make money. Love it. Anything else, Branson?
Yeah. No, I think that's a wrap, Chris Chesar. It's a good start, a great beginner session, and showed a lot of stuff though. So we showed the complexity of the features that it had. It had a lot of all the necessary stuff and the things that we're using, which is great. We didn't go into the pop-ups, we didn't go into the deadline initiatives like the countdown clocks, but it's all there when you start playing with it.
Okay, so I think that's a follow-up to that same question.
I believe Alvin's asking, if you do upgrade that you get what we just showed, the $100. No, because that was
here's how it worked.
Yeah.
Here's how it worked. And me and Cindy went over this diligently. So when you get a paid course, you'll get offered upgrades. That was the upgrade. It was $197 to get the 8 white label courses that I can use to try to sell, right? So we went through it and I said, Cindy, say no to the $197. So click no. I don't want the $197. I don't want to pay that much. I'm done. I don't want that. They're going to give you a downsell for the same thing for $97 to get those 8 courses. So it is an upsell. It doesn't come with a paid plan. But if you click, don't pay $197 for those white label courses. Do not. Hit no thank you, and then you'll get a downsell, and they knock $100 off it. So there's a little tip to save you $100 if you're interested in those white label courses. So I'll do my best to. Next week. The hardest part I think is hooking up the email, your custom email or professional email, if you wanted to do that. And it takes like 3 days, they said, to do that, to get it all done. But maybe we'll go through that process, and then I'll just show you those courses so you guys can see what they look like before you start spending any money on them. If it's something that you think you could sell, we'll go through them and kind of take a look. But we ran so late today, and I know I burnt some people out already. So as usual. All right, guys. That's all we got for today. We'll see you next week.
Thanks, everybody, for hanging in there. If you're watching the replay, thank you for watching the replay as well. And if you haven't delved into Systeme yet, please do join through the affiliate link, affiliatefastpass.com/Systeme.io. And that will ensure that you get everything that we're going to give away in the near and distant future, because we are going to just continue to grow with this system as well.
That's right. Yep. We'll have a great package for people who join our team directly. So it'll be very awesome. So that said, guys, have a great day. If we don't see you on a live or something like that, what's today? Wednesday?
Today is Wednesday.
Oh, we're getting close to Super Bowl Sunday. So
we are.
Go Philadelphia Eagles for me and Cindy, and go Kansas City Chiefs for all you KC fans. So. Hey, it's just a game. Always remember that. It's just a game. Have fun with your friends and family. Enjoy the game. So, see you guys later.
Bye, everybody.